In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the 7th class CBSE Maths, that is fractions and decimals. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about multiplication of decimal numbers. In the previous sessions, we are discussing about how we write the decimal numbers, how we add and subtract decimal numbers. And in this session, we are going to discuss about how we multiply a decimal number. Here, first I am writing two decimal numbers, that is 0.1 into 0.1, that is the multiplication of two decimals, that is 0.1 and 0.1. Here this decimal 0.1 can be written like this one, that is 0.1 is nothing but here we are going to place the decimal point after one digit. Therefore what we get? We get 1 by 10. And here what we are going to do? We are going to multiply these two decimals, that is 0.1 into 0.1. 0.1 is nothing but 1 by 10 and this 0.1 is nothing but 1 by 10. When we are going to multiply two fractions, what we do? First we multiply both the numerators and we write it as the numerator of the fraction, and then we are going to multiply the denominators of the fraction and we write it as the denominator of the resultant fraction. Therefore 1 into 1 divided by 10 into 10, which is equal to 1 is into 1 is nothing but 1. 10 into 10 is equal to 1 by 100. 1 by 100 can be written in the decimal form like this one, that is here we are going to put the decimal point after the two digits from the right side, that is here we are placing the dot, that is decimal point after the two digits, that is 0 comma 1. These are the two digits. After these two digits we put a dot at here. Here we are going to represent this 0.1 into 0 point in the form of a fractional form, that is represented by like this one. First I am going to take a one complete sheet of paper and then I am going to divide this into 10 equal parts. In the fractions what we do? We divide that into equal parts. Here I am going to divide this one into 10 equal parts. Next I am going to one part out of these 10 equal parts, that is nothing but we are going to represent 1 by 10 in this one, that is here I am representing this shaded part as the 1 by 10. How we represent it one? First we are going to divide this complete one into 10 equal parts. Out of these 10 equal parts I am taking one part only, that is this shaded part. This shaded part can be represented by 1 by 10, that is pictorial representation of 1 by 10 is shown here, that is the shaded part in this diagram is nothing is equal to 1 by 10. Then in the same way now I am going to represent 1 by 10 into 1 by 10. This part is nothing but the 10th part of the 1 by 10. 1 by 10 into 1 by 10 is nothing but first we are represented one part out of these 10 equal parts, and in this 1 by 10th part I am going to represent one part of out of this one, that is next I am going to this shaded portion into 10 equal parts, and out of these 10 equal parts I am going to represent one part only, that is this can be represented like this one. Here first I am taking one complete sheet and then I am going to divide this one into 10 equal parts. For representing 1 by 10 I am shaded this one by like these lines, then it represents 1 by 10, and then in this 1 by 10th part next I am going to divide it into 10 equal parts, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Out of these 10 equal parts I am going to take one part only, that is I am taking this one part out of this complete picture. This complete picture represent which fraction? 1 by 10 into 1 by 10. How we get this one? First we divide this one into 10 equal parts. First we taken one part, that is the shaded part out of this diagram, and then I am going to divide this 1 by 10th part, that is this portion, into 10 equal parts. Then I am going to take this one part out of this 10 equal parts. Therefore, this box is only represents 1 by 10 into 1 by 10. This is about the pictorial representation of 0.1 into 0.1, which is equal to 0.01. In the same way, we can represent the remaining all the values also. Here, next I am going to take the product of two values, that is 0.2 into 0.3, which can be written like this one. 0.2 is nothing but 2 by 10 into 0.3 is nothing but 3 by 10. In this problem, what we are going to do? We are going to multiply the numerators and we write it as the numerator, and we are going to multiply denominators and write it as the denominator. After simplifying this one, what we get? 0.2 into 0.3 is equal to 0.06, and this can be represented in the pictorial diagram like this one only, but I am not written this pictorial diagram. You can see it in your textbook. Okay. Next we are going to write down some points about this multiplication of decimal numbers. First, what we do in this problem? First, we are going to multiply these fractions like the whole numbers. That point I am writing here. First, we multiply them as the whole numbers, ignoring the decimal points. When we ignore decimal points in this problem, what we get? We get 2, 3 only. That's why we are going to multiply these two digits, that is 2 into 3 is equal to how much? 6. Then we are going to find out the decimal points, that is then add the number of decimal points to the right of the decimal points in the given decimal number that are being multiplied. Then what we are doing? We are going to find out the decimal points starting from the right side of the decimal points. That is, we are moving to right side. We start from the decimal point and we are going to count the number of decimal points after the decimal in the given number, which are going to multiply. Here, how many digits are there in the after decimal point? Here we have only one digit, that is 2. And in this number, how many digits we are going to have after decimal points? After decimal point, we are having digit 3 only. That is, we are having 2 in this one and we are having 3 in this one. That is, only one digit in these two decimals. That is, next we are going to add these two number of decimal numbers after the decimal point. That is, in this number we are having only 1 and in this number we are having only one number after the decimal point. So, the number of decimals is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. After multiplying they in the form of whole numbers, we are going to put the decimal points. For that we are doing this one. Next we are going to put comma after this much number of decimal points starting from the left side. That is, next we are going to write 6 and then we are going to apply the decimal point concept to this one. For that what we do? We are already counted the number of decimal points. For that points we are going to put the dot. That is, we start from here and we are going to count. This is only 1 and then we are going to next write a 0. After this we get how many digits? 2 digits. Therefore we are going to put the dotted here. Therefore the number becomes 6 becomes 0.06. That's why I am writing this one at here only. In the same way, you can put the dot by counting the number of decimal points after the decimal in the given product numbers. In the same way, you can do the remaining multiplications also. Next, we are going to discuss about multiplication of decimal numbers by the numbers 10, 100 and 1000. In this session, we are going to discuss how we multiply the given numbers with numbers like 10, 100 and 1000. First, I am writing a number 1.76 is multiplied with 10. How we get the answer? We are going to discuss about. Here I am written 1.76 in the form of fractions like this one. Here we are going to have 2 points, that is 2 digits after the decimals. Therefore, I am going to write it like this one. 176 divided by 100. Here we are having 2 digits after the decimal point. So, I am writing 2 zeros in the denominators. And I am writing this 10 like 10 only. Then by the simplification what we get? Here 0 cancel. What we get? 176 by 10. In the decimal points it can be written like this one. 176 by 10 is nothing but we are going to put the decimal point starting from the right by counting the number of zeros in this denominator. In this denominator how many zeros are there? Only 1 zero. Therefore we have to start counting from the right side. That is 1. That is the digit 6 after we have to put the decimal point. So the resultant of 1.76 into 10 is equal to how much? 17.6. In the similar way, next I am going to multiply this 1.76 with 100. First here I am writing this decimal number like this one. 176 by 100 into multiply it with 100. Here we are having the numerator and denominator as 100. So there is a cancellation. And what we have? 176. In the similar way, when we are going to multiply it with 1000, what we get? 1.76 into 1000, which can be written like this one. 176 by how much? 1000 into by 100 into 1000. Here in the denominator we are having 100 and in the numerator we are having 1000. Therefore 2 zeros gets cancelled. What we get? 176 into 10. Therefore the answer is 1760. By observing these three, what we get from these observation? When we are multiplying a decimal number with 10, the position of decimal points is moved to the right to from left to right. That is, in this previous number we are having the resultant number and the previous number should have the same digits. There is no change in the digits of the resultant one, but the decimal point position is changed. In this number also, the given number and the resultant number should have the same digits. That is 176 in this number, 176 in this number, here 176 in this number and 176 in this number. But the change is only the point of decimal number. Here we are having the decimal point before the 7. Here we are having the decimal point after 7. When we are going to multiply it with 10, that is the number which is having only 1 0, the decimal point position is moved to the left side to right side 1 point. Here we are having in this one only 1 0. Therefore, the decimal point position is moved to the left to right 1 point. Here we are having in this 100 two zeros. So that's why what we do? We have to move these decimal points to the 2 digits to the right side of this one. That is 1 point and second point. That is the answer becomes 176. When we are going to multiply this 1.76 with 1000, what we get? We are going to move these decimal points to the 3 digits after these decimal points. What are the 3 digits after these decimal points? 1, 2. Here we are not having third digit, so I am writing 0 as third digit. Then after that one we are going to put the decimal points. So the answer is 1760. Here we are having the resultant as a 1760. In the similar way you can multiply any decimal number with 100, 10 and 1000 like this one. Here I am writing those ones in the points. That is, when we multiply a decimal number with 10, 100 and 1000, the digits of the resultant are same. That is, in this problem we are having the same digits. That is 1, 7, 6. That is, when we multiply it with 10, we put the decimal point has shifted to the right side by 1 place. That is, here the decimal point when we multiplied with 10 moved to the right side by 1 digit only. Here I am writing that one. And then when we multiplied the number with 100, the decimal point was shifted to the right side by 2 places. When we multiply it with 10, it moves to the right side by 1 place. When we multiply it with 100, it moves by 2 digits to the right side. In this problem, we are going to multiply 0.07 with 10, 100 and 1000. In this one, what we are going to do? When it multiplied with 10, we have to move this decimal point to the next place after 1 digit. That is, here I am writing shift this decimal point to this one. Therefore, what we get? 0.7. When the same number will be multiplied with 100, what we are going to do? We have to shift this decimal point to the 2 digits after this decimal point. That is 007.0. That is, answer is 7. When we are going to multiply it with 1000, what we are going to do? We have to shift this decimal point to the 3 positions after this one to the right side. Therefore, right side of this one is this direction. Therefore, I am going to move this decimal point to the 3 digits to the right side. Therefore, here we are having 1, 2, and there is no digits in the third position. Therefore, I am going to write it as 0. After this third decimal, we are going to put the dot. That is, therefore the answer is 70. In the similar way, you can multiply any number with any decimal number, and we can multiply any number with 10, 100, 1000. Next, we are going to discuss about the problems in the exercise 2.6. The first question is given by find 0.2 into 6. Here what we are going to do? We are going to multiply a decimal number 0.2 with a whole number. For that we are doing like this one. 0.2 can be written like this one. That is 2 by 10. Here we are having one decimal point after 2. So we are writing 2 in the numerator, and we are going to count the number of decimal point. That is, only one decimal point is there after the one digit is there after the decimal point. So I am writing denominator as 10. That is the number 1 with multiplied by 10. Next I am going to write this remaining number as it is. Here what we get? We are going to multiply these two. For that what we do? We are going to multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. In this number 6, what we are having the denominator? If there is nothing in the denominator, we are going to write it as 1. So we are going to multiply the numerator, that is 2 into 6 is equal to 12, and the denominator is 10 into 1 is equal to 10. In this number, what we are having the resultant? 12 by 10. 12 by 10 can be represented in the decimal points like this one. First, we are going to write that number, and then we are going to see the number of zeros in the denominator. Here we are having only one zero, so we are going to start from the right side, and we are going to put the dot after the one digit from the right side, that is the digit 2. After this one we are going to put the dot. If we are having the denominator like this one, 12 by 100, first we are going to write the 12 as it is, and then we are going to count the number of zeros in the denominator. That is, here we are having the zeros. In this number we are going to count the digits 2 from the 2 digits from this one. This is first digit and this is second digit. After second digit we are going to put the decimal point. Therefore I am going to put decimal point here. The answer will be 12 by 100 is nothing but 0.12. In the similar way you can represent any number. And then next we are going to multiply the numbers 8 into 4.6. In this number 8 into 4.6 can be written like this one. 46 by 10. First we are going to multiply the numerators. 8 into 46 is nothing but 368, and the denominator is 10. Then simplification of this one, what we are going to do? We have to count the number of zeros in the denominator. That is, there is only one zero. Here we are having this 0 with 1. So that's why we are going to put the dot after one digit. If we are having this denominator as 2, First we are going to divide that number with 2. After that we are going to put the dot after that number. That is, it can be written like this one. 368 by 2 into 1 by 10. First we are going to get the cancellation of this 2 and 368. After that we are going to apply this 1 by 10 decimal point position concept to that result. In the similar way, I am going to multiply these two numbers, that is 2.71 into 5. First of all, 2.7 can be written like this one, 271 by 100, and this 5 is written like this one. After that, what we are going to do? We are going to multiply the numerators and we are going to multiply the denominators. After multiplying the numerators, what we get? 1355. After multiplying denominators, we get the 100. And then we are going to put the decimal point. In this denominator we are having 2 zeros. For that we are going to put the dot after 2 digits, that is 13.55. In this similar way you can find out the product of remaining problems also by using this concept. Next I am going to discuss about the second problem of this exercise. The question is given by find the area of the rectangle whose length is 5.7 centimeters and whose breadth is 3 meters. Here what they given? They given a rectangle length and breadth. Next we are going to find out the area of this rectangle. We are familiar with the area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is nothing but length into breadth. First I am going to write the length of the rectangle is equal to 5.7 centimeters and the breadth of this rectangle is equal to 3 centimeters. Then we are going to find out the area of this rectangle, which is equal to length into breadth is equal to 5.7 into 3. Here we are having a decimal multiplied with the whole numbers. That's why here they given this problem. 5.7 into 3 is nothing but 57 by 10 into 3. First we are going to multiply these two numerators and we are going to multiply the numerators. 57 into 3 is nothing but 171 by 10. Here we are having the denominator with 1 0. Therefore I am going to put the dot after one number from the right side. The right side first digit is 1. Therefore I am going to put the dot at here. Therefore the resultant number is 17.1. Here we are going to find out the area. That's why the units for this one is given by area is equal to 17.1 centimeter square. This is about the second problem. Next we are going to discuss about the third problem. The third problem they given the question like this one. We are going to find out the product of the given numbers. They given 1.3 into 10, 36.8 into 10, something like this one. We are already discussed about the multiplication of decimal numbers with the 10, 100, 1000 like this one. In this session we are going to use that concept. By using that concept we can do easily. 1.3 into 10 is equal to 1.3 can be written like this one, 13 by 10 into we are going to write this one as it is into 10. 10 gets cancelled, what we get? 13. And in this next problem what we have? 36.8 into 10. 36.8 can be written 368 by 10. 10 gets cancelled, what we get? The answer is 368. In the similar way, first you are going to write them in the normal form by using the denominator like 10, 100, 1000 like this one. Then if there is any cancellation you have to check that one. After that the remaining can be changed into decimal point if there is any denominator with zeros, that is like a 10, 100 like this one. Here I am having the denominator and numerator I am having 10, so there is a cancellation, we get the answer like this one. Or by using the another concept, when we are going to multiply a decimal number with a 10, the decimal point should be shifted to the left to right by one digit. That is, here we are having multiply with 10 so that this decimal point should be shifted to the next digit. That's why the answer will be 13. In this number also we are going to multiply it with 10. So this decimal point should be shifted to this one. Therefore the answer will be 368. In the similar way, in this number also 168.07 into 10. By using that concept, what we are going to do? We are going to shift this decimal point to the next one. Therefore the answer will be 1680.7. After this simplification also we are getting the answer 1680.7 only. In the similar way you can do the remaining problems also. Okay. Next I am going to discuss about the fourth problem. The fourth question is given by a two-wheeler covers a distance of 55.3 kilometers in 1 liter of petrol. How much distance will it cover in 10 liters of petrol? They given a two-wheeler and which covers the distance of 55.3 kilometers by using 1 liter petrol only. Next we are going to find out the how much distance it covers by using 10 liters of petrol. They given the distance covered by the two-wheeler with 1 liter of petrol is equal to how much distance? 55.3. Then we are going to find out the distance covered with 10 liters of petrol is nothing but by using 1 liter of petrol it covers only 55.3. By using this one 10 liters of petrol the distance covered is nothing but this distance multiplied with 10. If the cost of 1 pen is 2 rupees, then the cost of 2 pens is equal to how much? 2 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 4 rupees. In the similar way I am writing this one. The distance covered by 1 liter of petrol is equal to this one, and the distance covered by 10 liters of petrol is nothing but 55.3 into 10. And then I am going to write 55.3 in this form, that is 553 by 10. Here we are having the decimal point after one digit only, that's why I am writing denominator by 10. By getting cancellation we get 553 kilometers. Therefore the distance covered with 10 liters of petrol is equal to 553 kilometers. This is about the fourth problem. First we are writing the distance covered by 1 liter of petrol, and then we are going to find out the distance covered by using 10 liters of petrol. For that what we are going to do? We have to multiply 55.3 into 10. The product will be the resultant answer. Then we are going to discuss about the fifth problem. The fifth problem, they given two decimal numbers. We are going to multiply these two decimal numbers. In this concept, we are going to use the concept of whole numbers multiplication. First, we are going to write them in the form of whole numbers, ignoring the decimal points. Here we are going to find out the two decimal numbers similar to whole numbers. But we put the dot after the counting the decimal points given in the product numbers. That is, first we are going to multiply these two. After that we are going to put this decimal for the product number by counting how many decimal numbers are there after the decimal points in the given numbers. First I am going to write them in the form of whole numbers. How we write them into whole numbers? By ignoring this decimal point. Here if we ignore this one, the number becomes 25. By ignoring this one, what we get? 3. Therefore 25 into 3 is equal to how much? 75. Next, for this product we are going to put the decimal. For that what we are going to do? First we have to count the decimal numbers after this decimal point. How many numbers are there in this one? After decimal point, only one, that is 5. And in this number, how many decimal numbers are there? Only one. After the dot, we are having only one. Therefore, 1 plus 1 is equal to how much? 2. That is, we are going to put the decimal point after the two digits from the right side. That is, we are going to count from this right side. That is, this is the right part of the hour. Therefore, we are going to start from here, that is 1, 2. After the two digits, we are going to put the dot. Therefore, the answer will be 0.75. Therefore, the answer is 0.75. In the similar way, you can do the multiplication of any two decimal numbers. Here I am going to do the multiplication of next question, that is 0.1 into 51.7. Here we are having these two numbers. Then we are going to write them in the form of whole numbers, that is by ignoring these decimal points. They becomes 517 and this becomes 1. Therefore the product will be 517. Next we are going to put the decimal point. For that what we are going to do, we have to count the decimal numbers after the decimal point. Sorry, we are going to count the digits after these decimal points. In this number, after this decimal point, how many digits are there? Only one. And in this number we are having only one digit after this decimal point. Therefore 1 plus 1 is equal to how much? 2. So in this result we are going to apply this one, that is we are going to put the dot or the decimal point after the two digits from this right side. From this right side we are going to count 1, 2. Therefore we are going to put the dot head after two digits from the right side counting, that is 1, 2. Here we are going to put the dot. Therefore the answer will be 5.17. In the similar way I am going to write this same concept to the remaining questions also. Here we are going to multiply 1.3 into 3.1. They return all numbers like this one. 13 into 31. The product is equal to 403. Here the how many digits are there after the decimal point? In this number we are having only 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So we are going to put the decimal point after the two digits from the right side, that is 1, 2. Therefore we are going to put the dot after the two digits from the right side, that is the decimal point will be at here, that is 4.03. This number, in the next problem what we are having, 0.5 into 0.05. First we are multiplying them as a whole number, that is 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Then after that we are going to count the digits after the decimal point. In this one we are having only one digit. In this number how many digits we are have after this decimal point? 1, 2. Therefore the number of decimal points is equal to, here we have 1 only. In this number we have 2. Therefore 1 plus 2 is equal to how much? 3. In this number we are going to put the dot or the decimal point after 3 digits from the right side. In this number we are going to count the digits. This is 1, 2. There is no third digit. Therefore I am putting 0 as the third digit. So after this third digit we are going to put the dot. Therefore answer will be 0.025. Therefore I am writing 0.5 into 0.05 is equal to 0.025. In the similar way I am doing the remaining problems also. You have to note them in your notebook and you have to do remaining problems also.